Okay, so I took the Dicom and I'm going to take this, this is the Edelbrock torker intake I'm going to use, the single plane for the Corvette. So, you know, you just take and swab it on the perimeter of the intake, and then I'm going to be laying down the gasket and then scribing it, and then we'll show how that works out so you can do the porting for a gasket match. This comes with a standard style port intake size, and I'm going to go to the 1205, which will match the Edelbrock RPM heads. Okay, so now I've got the gasket I'm going to use. This is the 1205. You can see how much bigger the 1205 is compared to the standard intake. So I just bolt that down in reverse. I'm going to take this scribe here, and you're going to scribe around the perimeter of what we can see for the bluing. And then when I do that, I'll come back and then snap a shot of that, and then I'll give us our guide. Okay, so now we can look down here and see our scribe marks for the 1205 gasket over the Dicom. You can see there's quite a bit there material wise, where the standard opening is much smaller than the 1205 port. So I've got that done on both sides. You can see the same thing over here. And then I'll start doing the grinding, and once it's grinded, polished, and have that port match done, we'll look at the final result. Okay, so here's where I've started porting the first spot here, and just kind of wanted to show the difference here of how much difference the exit and entry is here compared to the beginning. This one here is about 80% ground out, and have a little bit more, and then the cleanup. And I just kind of wanted to show, there's the standard bore, and then this one here that we've enlarged it to, this is for the Felpro 1205 medium port. One thing to keep in mind is I have another mark above, so there's core shift on this intake. So even though you could cut it down to this mark, it would be much too thin for the lip. You still want to have good seal, so sometimes you can be limited. Like this instance here, I'll be limited to the amount of material that I can remove on both of these lips. On the other side, it's actually not that case. It's actually okay, but this is what I'm dealing with here, so keep that in mind if you do put on the actual marks here. You can see right on the bottom where it goes, it's super thin, so I need to still have enough lip here to seal properly with a gasket up top. So I had to bring it up a pretty good amount, about 100 thousandths or more up from my mark, the original mark. Okay, so we'll just continue along. Okay, so this is about 90% ground out to where I feel like this is safe for this torker too. Not trying to go crazy on it. It's just got to get in there a little deeper still, and then go in here with a couple more bits. But this is all smoothed out in here, and just real quick, want to turn my attention to something else I started to do. You can use like this sanding tool, or if you have a long cutting bit like this one, you can go in here and we're going to start to knife edge these inlets here. So it'll be an all round like this. We're going to scallop them and make them all knife edged for the airflow to go through there easier. That'll be the last step with this port.